Now, whether you're creating AI images for your AI animated story videos or for coloring books, African folktales, Bible stories, or even just for fun, you need a reliable AI image generator, and I have found Leonardo AI to be really awesome. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use Leonardo AI for beginners. But even if you're not a beginner, I'm also going to be showing you some really cool features which you may not know existed in Leonardo. Let's get started. So first things first, we're going to need to sign up to Leonardo. So you can use the link in the description down below to get you to the sign up page. Once you're there, you're going to have some options to help you sign up. So you can sign up through Apple, you can sign up through Google, or even Microsoft, or you can just input your email address here. This is the one I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to click on sign up here, enter in my email address, and then you'll get a confirmation code. Once you enter it, you're going to be signed in into Leonardo. Okay, so now it wants me to pick a username. So we're just going to enter in a fancy username here, and then we'll also enter in our interests. So maybe advertising, education, a bit of marketing, and then you can decide whether you want to allow Leonardo to send you marketing emails such as newsletters, and also you can confirm whether you are over 18 years old and you want it to show you all sorts of content. So that is something that you can decide. I'll just click on next, and then you can choose one role that describes you. So I could say I'm an enthusiast, accept the terms of service, and of course you should always read those ones. And now we are finally logged in into our new Leonardo account. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, ensure you like it and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Let's continue. So now we have our dashboard here. So the first thing that I want you to notice is that immediately you log in into Leonardo, you're going to have this number of tokens here. Okay, so you can call them coins, you can call them tokens, but essentially this shows you the number of tokens that you have to use, and everything you do inside of Leonardo, most of them are going to cost tokens. So if you're on the free version, you're going to get a set number of tokens that renew daily. Right now it is 150, so you can see that my plan is free, and also I have 150 over 150 tokens because we haven't used any. And in case you need more tokens, you can just click on upgrade here, and now you're going to see the different other plans that there are. So for this tutorial, I'm going to show you some things that you can do on the free version, and also some things that you can do on the paid version, so that you may also decide on your own which plan you prefer to be on. So going back, the next thing that we have here is the home page or the main dashboard. This is where we are. So anytime you get lost, you can always come back here. So the next thing is the personal feed. So the personal feed is what you have generated inside of Leonardo. So you can see right now it is empty because I haven't generated any images here. So if I go to my main account, click on personal feed, you can see some of the images that I have generated here. So this is essentially what it is going to look like once you start generating your images. Yeah, so you can go back to the home page here so that you see what it looked like before. But the next thing that we have here are the AI tools, and this is where we're going to be doing most of our generations. So the first thing we have is the image creation here, and immediately we go in, we can see that we have this little guide telling us whether we would like to get started. So we can use it. Click on let's go. So it says to start here, this is where you can enter a prompt to generate an image. So this is the prompt area that we shall be using. And then next we have how to generate the images. So you just click on that generate button there. So it's just showing us what we need to know to get started. And then we also have the presets here. You'll see us using all these things. And then we also have image guidance, and I'll also show you how that works. Okay, and then we have another prompt generator which will help you in case you need help with your prompts. And then we also have the legacy mode, and also where you can always access the guide from. So in case you've forgotten something or you just need some more help, you can always go to this question mark here. It is going to give you that little prompt guide that we have just used. Okay, so now we'll just come here and type in our prompt. So your prompt can be as simple as a dog, or even just dog, or even a car, or even a tree. It can be as simple as that. But because I want you to learn how to use Leonardo in the context of using it to do something, maybe creating story videos, I'm going to create a prompt here of maybe a young lady walking in the streets of Nairobi. This is a prompt that you can use to create one of the images that you would want to use in your story video. Once you've entered the prompt, if you feel you need AI to modify this prompt for you, you can go to these little stars here, just click on them, and then you can see it can generate for you a new random prompt. That is not what we want. We can ask it to improve our prompt. We can edit the prompt that we have using AI, or you can even describe with AI. Say for example, you just have an image, you can ask AI to give you the description for that, okay? But I'm not going to use any of that. I'm just going to click on generate, and again in the generate button here, you can see the number of tokens it's going to use to generate my images. So you can see this is going to use 24 tokens. Remember, when we were beginning we had 150, okay? So they'll keep reducing as we continue doing things inside of Leonardo. Okay, so I'm just going to close this one here. Okay, so we'll just also click on this. So this is also a guide. It's just telling us what we can also do. So I'll close that one out. So this is what our prompt has generated us. A young lady walking in the streets of Nairobi. Yeah, so you can see her walking here. Yeah, I like this third one here. I think her face is also really clear. So you can also zoom in to see it a little bit better. So I think this third one is the one we like. So once you like an image, you can click on it to see the other different things that you can do with it. For example, now that we've opened this third one, you can see we have this organize button. So if I click on it, you can see we can be able to start creating our collections or little folders where we can save our images. So I'm going to rename this one. We're going to call it maybe a young lady. Okay, and then this is where we are going to save our image. So you can see our image has been saved here in the young lady collection. And then we can also download it. If you want to download it, we can also copy it to the clipboard if you want to use it maybe for somewhere where you just want to paste it. And then also here you can be able to unzoom the image. So this will make you see a bigger part of the image. So maybe the lady will be further back, but that will cost you around 5 tokens. And then you also have removing the background. This will cost you 2 tokens. And then we also have the alchemy upscaler, and you can use this to refine your images. So this is going to improve maybe the faces and the hands as part of that process, so that your image is going to be looking much better. We also have this last button here where you can delete your images, but this one is only available if you're on the premium version. Okay, so let me just go back here so that I can show you something else. So while we were creating this image, I want to focus on this left hand side here. So the first thing we have is this preset here. Okay, and you have so many presets that you can use. These are going to make your image look in a particular way. So when I was creating this particular image, I just allowed it to use the default, which is Leonardo Phoenix, and Leonardo Phoenix is also the newest model, but you can be able to use other different models that they have inside of Leonardo. So for example, I wanted to go with this anime. Okay, so I would click on that, and then I would go to the preset style. So maybe this preset style, we can go with this maybe anime illustration. We can also adjust the contrast. I'm just going to leave it as medium, and also we can adjust the generation mode. So we have fast and quality, but quality is premium, so we'll just go with the default, which is fast. And now we have image dimensions. So image dimensions are really important, because if you wanted to create an image that you wanted to use for your YouTube video, then you would want to go with 16:9 as your dimensions. But if you want to use it for maybe a TikTok video, then you would go with 9:16. But if you look at this, it doesn't say 9:16 here, but if you click on more here, you can get this 9:16 here. So we can click on 9:16 if we want to go with that more portrait or vertical image. Okay, but I'll just go with the 16:9 here. And then you can also decide on the number of images that you want, but that is if you're on the premium version. So the default for the free version is just 4 images, so we'll allow it to just stay at that. And then we have the private mode. So if this was turned off, it would mean that all the images that we generate, those are our private images, and no one is really seeing them from the community. But this is a premium feature, and because we're on the free version, we cannot be able to turn this off. So just have that in mind, that all the images that you create on the free version, they can be seen by the community, and the community can also use them. And then we also have some advanced settings here. So this is the model. It's sort of like the engine of what you shall be using to create your images. Yeah, you can decide which one you'd like to use. We also have a photo reel, which makes your photo look more realistic. Again, that one is on the premium version. We also have negative prompts. These are things that you don't want your image to have. So if you turn that on, you can input the things that you don't want your image to have. And then we have transparency, which is sort of like having your images without a background. We also have tiling, which is ideal for if you want to have like repeating textures or background. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to concentrate on this upper part here so that I do not overwhelm you. And then if we come now to generating our image, remember we have changed the preset here. We went with anime, and now we have anime illustration as a preset style. So without changing anything else, I want to just click on generate here so that we can see the difference that you're going to have in the images we created before and these ones we are creating now. Yeah, so you just click on generate, just wait a little bit for them to generate. Okay, and you can see now the images we have are totally different from what we had initially. Okay, so this is what we had initially and this is what we have now. Yeah, so you can see this one sort of have this cartoon like anime, you know, vibe going on, and that is because we changed the model. So that is how you can play around with the different models. So while we're still here, I want to show you something really special about the Leonardo Phoenix model. So we'll just go back to the Leonardo Phoenix preset there, and then we're going to use the same prompts that we had, but I'll add in something here saying holding a poster written awesome. So I want these words awesome to be particularly inside of our image, and this is usually really hard to do for most AI image generators. So I want to show you how this works out. Click on generate. Okay, so now we have the young lady again, and you can see she's clearly holding something here written awesome. So that is something that I really wanted to show you. I think this is a true game changer for especially when you want to have writings inside of your images, then you can use the Leonardo Phoenix model. Let's look at some of the other images that we have. So here she isn't quite holding it. Yeah, there she's holding it. Yeah, that one doesn't quite say awesome. So this first one looks really nice, but you can be able to adjust this. Maybe you could say for her to be holding the poster maybe on top of her head or something like that. Or you can even use this feature for when you're creating like book titles. That would really come in handy. So something else that I want to show you is that you can be able to guide the model to be able to create for you images, maybe using another image that you have. Let me show you that in an example. So this is the button that we use for that, but inside of Leonardo Phoenix, you're not going to be able to do that. So we just change the model maybe to this one here. Okay, and then you can see now the button is activated. You can see we have style reference, we have character reference, we have content reference, and if you click on view more, you can see other ways that you can be able to guide our image. So most of them you can see that they are premium, but these two are free. So image to image is going to detect the color pattern and overall look of an input image to guide the image that you're going to generate in your output. And then we also have style reference, which is going to take the reference from the input image and it is going to make your output image look like that. So that is what I want to show you. So now we're going to go to our prompt area here. I can remove this part here. So we're going to go to this and then we're going to click on style reference. So it's going to ask me where I want to get the reference image from. So it could be from my generations if I have something that I've already created. It could be from my collections. It could also be from the community feed. That is what I'm going to do. So let's look for something inside the community feed. Okay, I think I like this one here. So just click on that, click on confirm. Yeah, so this is the image that we are using and the prompt is just the same. Click on generate. Yeah, so you can see the lady walking in the streets of Nairobi, but you can see there's also something else happening. The colors around the image are more of what we have gotten from that image reference. Yeah, so that is what you can use if you want to have like the same theme happening in your images as what you have in a different image. You can use that. Now character reference, I want to mention character reference here because you can be able to create consistent looking images inside of Leonardo using the character reference, and I have an entire tutorial showing you exactly how to do that step by step, especially when you want to create AI animated story videos videos, so you can check out that tutorial. Let's go back to our AI tools on the home page here. So the next one that I want to show you is this motion feature. So this motion feature allows you to create motion from your images, and you just need to select an image. So we're going to look for one of the images that we have created. So we'll go to our collections. Okay, we can use this lady here. Click on confirm. Okay, so this is what we are going to use. You can also adjust the motion strength. So we could either reduce it or increase it. I can have it somewhere at 4. But when we create this, it's going to have a watermark. And if you want to remove the watermark from your videos, then you have to be on the paid plan. So I'm just going to click on generate here. Okay, then you just click on view generation. So when you use the motion feature on the free plan, it might take a really long time for you to be able to see the results from that, but this is what the final video looks like. Now going back to our homepage, the next feature that we have here is a real-time canvas, okay? So this one is going to allow you to have some fun while sketching out things and watching them being generated in real time. For example, I can draw some stars here. So I'm not the best artist, just bear with me. But you can see what has come to this right-hand side here. Yeah, let me just reduce the strength a little bit so that it looks more or less or like what I have drawn here. Something else that you can do is use the prompt area. So in the prompt area here, could type out something like starry night in the mountains. So as I'm typing, you can see that this is changing. It's starting to look more like a starry night in the mountains. And if I keep increasing this, now it starts to look more like reality and away from my drawing. So maybe I can have it somewhere there. Yeah, so that it looks more or less like what I've drawn. If you want to keep, adding things, you can just keep adding them. So this is just one of those features where you can have like a lot of fun with. Once you like what you've created, you can always go to instant refine. It's going to refine the image for you. You can also upscale the image, and you can also download the image. So when I exit the editor, going back to the home page, we now have real-time generation. So real-time generation is going to allow you to create images as you watch them being generated. Let me show you that in an example. I could type out here maybe a young girl walking in the streets of Nairobi. So notice how it keeps, changing. So you can see it keeps changing. The young girl keeps changing. We can also add looking fashionable. Yeah, looking fashionable, you see it's changed it. So if you like what you've gotten up to this part, then you can decide that you want to have this upscaled. So I can go to creative upscale here. It's going to use 8 tokens. And now we can go to our personal feed to see what it looks like. Yeah, so this is what our image now looks like. You can see that it's really clear. Yeah, and you can be able to also have like fun with this and just watch as things get created. Now going back to the home page again, you can always click on the home page just to get out of the editor. You can see we have the next thing is a canvas edit. So for the canvas editor, it allows you to maybe make modifications inside of images that you already have. For example, let me see if I have an image that we can use here. So let me just go to upload an image. Maybe you can upload an image from your computer or maybe even from generations. Okay, so this is the image that I want to edit. So you can see it has just filled up the entire screen. We're not going to be able to work with it like this, so we have to reduce this maybe 25%. Yeah, so this is the image, but this box inside here is where our image should be. So we just reduce the image using the select tool. So you just keep fitting it in there, or you can also adjust this the dimensions of that box using maybe this. Yeah, so you can see it's a bit bigger. Now we can make our image bigger. Yeah, the good thing about this is that when you use this span tool, you can be able to work from just about anywhere. So now we increase the percentage to maybe 50 and just span that way so that we are able to work. So you can be able to use this tool here, draw mask. So just draw inside the image and input inside your prompt what you want generated. But the one I want to show you using this sketch tool here. Yeah, so we'll ensure the color that we have here is maybe this color red. So maybe there. Okay, and then we can just brush a little bit inside of this. And then we're going to input in our prompt area here a red area rug. And then if I scroll up here, I also want to change the model I'm using here. So I want this one that says absolute reality, and then I'm going to click on generate. Okay, so now you can see we have a red area rag here. So that is how you can be able to use like this canvas editor to edit your images, to include things you'd want them to have. I like this one actually, so we'll just accept the changes here. Yeah, and this is our new image. We could decide to download it, so you can download it from here. Yeah, so this is what our new image looks like. Going back again to the home page so that we're able to look at the other tools that we have. We have the universal upscaler. So this one, you can use it to upscale your images. So just add an image here. Let's find an image. So we can use our generations. Maybe we can go with this lady actually. Let's just use her. Yeah, so we can adjust the creativity strength. We can also adjust the upscale multiplier here. Yeah, but now the challenge we have is that if I try to upscale this, it tells me that I don't have enough tokens to upscale this image. So let's go back and look at how many tokens we have left. You can see we only have 11 tokens, but we haven't even done much. So let me go back to my paid plan here, go to universal upscaler. So we're going to add an image here. So let me see, I can get a random image from my collections or generations here. Click on confirm. Okay, and then you can see now it allows us to upscale. So now we're going to go to the upscaler style here, maybe go with cinematic. And then you can enter prompt guidance if you prefer. I'm just going to leave it blank. Let's click on upscale. So now here is our image. So this line is going to be showing us on one side we have the upscaled image, on the other side we have the original. So that is, I think, the original, and this is what we have as our upscaled image. We can just maybe save this or download it. Yeah, so now we've covered all the different AI tools that we have here. So in the advanced section, I'm not going to go in very deep because I don't want you to get overwhelmed. But one of the important features you'd need to know here is about these fine-tuned models. Okay, so we have the fine-tuned models just like what we were using for Phoenix and the rest of them. So these are like advanced algorithms that have been taught how to create images in different styles. Yeah, so you can see we have Leonardo Anime here. We have Leonardo Lightning. So these ones I'm going to have like some of the ones that we'd seen before. So we have the platform models, and then we have community models, those ones that like other people have created. We also have your models if you have your own. So let's look at some of the ones we have here. In the platform models, I want to show you some of the really cool ones. Yeah, so you have the 3D animation style here, so you can be able to generate with this model, and you can see some of the images that they've created using this model. But I'm going to cover the different models in a later video. You can let me know if that is something that you'd like to see. So as part of the homepage, you can also see some other things that we have here. So we have these tools. Most of them are what is replicated here. We have featured guides, for example, how to use the style reference, consistent characters, content reference, and so on. And below here, we have also what people in the community have been creating. So you can be able to filter them by trending, new, or even top. So if you go to any of the images here, maybe you like this image. Yeah, you can see the prompt details here. So if you copy this, you can be able to use it in your own prompt. So depending also on when you're watching this video, I'd like to mention that I'm recording this on the 3rd of September 2024 because sometimes the AI tools really keep changing. So if you find that some of the things that I'm talking about you're not able to see on your version, it could be that some of them have changed. You can also see other different details about the image here. So I hope that was helpful for you. You can let me know in the comments down below. If you want to learn how to use more of the Leonardo features, you can watch the videos on the screen. My name is Peris, and I'll catch you on the next one.